blessed love, DJ Panorasny House. Just wanted to come on and give a little tribute, to the legendary producer, um, Mr. Bobby Digital, man, who passed away yesterday, the 22nd of May, in Jamaica. So much to say about Bobby Digital, how he influenced my life as a DJ, as a music lover, growing up in the Caribbean in St. Lucia. So many cassettes, so many artists, you know, and he'll be dearly missed. Condolences go out to his family. Condolences go out to, all the fellow producers and artists who are mourning this legendary figure because, and I pretty much want to cover some of the albums, the rhythms, the songs, and the artists that that Bobby worked with, and just mention them and mentioned, if I have to just be free up, and talk about how the history of dancehall and arguably this man arguably like being the greatest dancehall producer of all time. Also, because he has worked with so many labels, so many artists that were on different labels, so many producers, that were Steely and Clevie, all of the above, and I wrote a few things down that I want to touch, right? So just forgive me for being a little bit more free than I usually am, for just mustering up these things that I've written down, right? So, as I said, he produced and he written for so many artists in Jamaica, arguably the only producer who did so, right? If you check out his whole history, and disclaimer, I'm not one to tell you, I'm not the one who wrote the articles and who came up with all of this information. This is just research on my end. I'm just giving you information based on my research, based on the things I love, based on the things I like, and as well as being informative. Okay? So I did some research on Google also. Rhythm Guide tells you all of Bobby Digital works. You go on rhythmguide.com, you'll see all the rhythms, the artists that he produced. Okay? Oh man, I hate wearing this mask on my nose. That feels better. Right? So many artists, like I said, if you go down the line, Shabba Hits, Dembo, which influenced reggaeton as well too, right? When that other song came out from Dembo, from the Latin artist, I forgot his name, he came up with a song called Songbo, right? If you look up Songbo, that was inspired by Dembo, and all of the reggaeton artists, they should be given real tributes right now to this guy, because if you're growing up in this music industry and you don't understand really, and you're loving and you're DJ and you're loving this music and you're playing it, I think this history should be something that's in depth to a lot of DJs, because know that we are educators as well. We're people who have to speak on the mic and say things, We just play tune and we go on right through 30 seconds of the song and we don't say nothing. Some artists, they create music and they create content, and basically they don't mention, like, the artists that inspire them and certain things like that, the producers, like, they don't do that, they don't give credit. So I'm just doing my little that I can. Okay, and as I said, Shabba, if not all of Shabba hits, well, I would say most of them, after doing some research that Bobby Digital produced, right? Peeny, right? Like I said, Dembo, okay? And there's so many more hits, I am bad, and a wicked in a bed, I love all of the gunmen. Keep them shine and crisp, That's songs I grew up on cassette, later CDs, you know what I mean? And these songs really, really inspire me, bro. Like to love dancehall and to learn the lyrics and you know, you go down the line, Terra Fabulous. You understand? Garnex Silk, if not all Garnex Silk hits, most of them. It's growing, this love inside of me. Oh, and it's showing. All those hits, the rhythms from that moving away rhythm on that whole thing was him. You know, and you know that we were growing up in the 90s, right? Let's not forget that there was this time that we were growing up and we were listening to music, not just like today. Like, yeah, you're inspired to what's coming out today. But, you know, think about it, you know, like these are hits and these are times that were the best days of our lives. These producers, you know, put out music for us to enjoy and to love. You know, and sometimes they weren't doing it for the love of money. Some of them got burnt so much in the music industry. You know, you go on Big Up Irish and Chin, you go on Irish and Chin's YouTube channel, okay? And he did a big interview with Bobby Digital, explaining his whole life. You know, I think that is the biggest interview out of all of them that's on YouTube about Bobby Digital's life. You feel me? And I think, you know, that needs recognition, you know, to Irish and Chin for doing what he does for the art form. You know what I mean? You know, let's go down the line. You don't have to dread to be Rasta. Don't have to dread. Bobby Digital produced that. Big hit. You understand? Big hit. You would have ball, say no murder me. Hey. You would have ball like a little baby. Boy, that tune here, every time I hear it, it just give me goosebumps because I just remember growing up listening to that album and how much it really inspired me, bro. Like just loving the music and the melodies on the same rhythm. Junior Tucker, I think how does it go? Love of a Lifetime. Okay, that's another song on that rhythm that inspired me. Sling Ting, he was the engineer with King Jammies on the Sling Ting rhythm. And later on, you know, they did a remake of that rhythm, I think in the early 90s somewhere about. And, you know, Bobby Digital was the one behind it. And, you know, if you know King Jammies was the pioneer of the 80s, man. Producer of the 80s dancehall music. So you have to give Jack his jacket. Okay, let's go down the line because I don't want to make this thing too long. Admiral Tibet, leave people business alone. Big tune. Freedom Blues Rhythm, the remake of it as well. Bobby Digital, he was also with King Jammies on the engineering process of that. Okay. Some of Shaka Demus and Pliers hits. Flower Gun, Daddy Lizard, Red Dragon, Sanchez. I can't wait till the morning comes. I can't sing by giving it to you, right? Ninja Man, Singing Melody, Gregory Isaacs, Mad Cobra, Take Him, that Cherry O Baby rhythm from the 90s, right? The remake of it, that was Bobby Digital. You understand? Half Pint, Substitute Lover. Oh girl, I'm not a substitute lover. Oh no. Sweet dancehall music, man. Sweet reggae music. You feel me? That was done by Bobby Digital. You know. What else I have here? Hot This Year Rhythm. What them have to do? If you hold me. That is Bobby Digital. Okay, Dirt Man, that's Dirt Man. And all the time, you know, I used to think that was Cutty Rank singing on that rhythm, but it's actually Dirt Man. Alright, Wayne Wonder hits. Bushman. Go your naughty bongo congo bully, let it come down. On your shoulder if he come down. Yep, that is Bobby Digital. No ice cream sound. I don't want no ice cream sound, just too soft for me. The real rock rhythm. Right? The original was King Jammies. The remake, Bobby Digital. Alright? I hope I'm 100% correct on that one, okay? Let's go down the line. Sizzler, Black Woman and Child album, Bobby Digital. Okay. Oh yeah, Carpenter, I forgot to mention, is on that Real Rock rhythm. Carpenter, Carpenter, how do you do? Pinchers, Bobby Digital. Peeny Peeny rhythm, like I said, Shaba was on that. If not all Shaba hits, most of Shaba hits, Bobby Digital. Right? Moving Away rhythm, I mentioned that. Substitute Lover, Undying Love rhythm. I can see the rainbow. I'm getting married tomorrow. Alright, Nadine Sunderland. That's Bobby Digital. Kettle drum, pipi resound. Bobby Digital. Again, Pick Up the Pieces rhythm. Love of a Lifetime, I just mentioned that. Deaf in the Arena. Splashing, dashing, restless seas. Right? Ganek Silk. Bobby Digital. Okay? Things That Go On rhythm. Make sure I didn't leave out anything. Okay? So many, there's so many that I just so many hits, so many rhythms, you know, so much, writing credits that he has. I mean, just me alone speaking about the history is just not enough. Like, this man's work, like I said, spans so much. It's, he's a Pisces, just to mention. And Pisces is a water sign. So it's like he created that whole flood in the dancehall industry, man. The whole flood in the dancehall industry. They had, of course, they had mad dancehall producers too. Donovan Jermaine and many others. You feel me? Sly and Robbie. But this man pretty much worked with all producers on big levels, on huge levels. Singing Melody, Mad Cobra, Sizzler, Black Woman and Child. I mentioned Shaka Demus and Pliers, Sanchez, Wayne Wonder, Dirtman, Tony Rebel, Bushman. Okay? And so many rhythms. Like, it's just countless. He has to be, Flower Gun, Daddy Lizard, I mentioned all of those, I think. He has to be given a real state funeral, because let me tell you, you hear these songs in the dance hall, and some people don't know who's behind the music. And like I said, I'm just doing the little that I can as a little DJ, maybe not known to the world, but just giving my little 2 cents on how I felt about the whole music industry, and how he paved the way for a lot of producers and artists. This whole lion log of music and songs, man. You can't forget about this. And his son, you gotta go follow his son, Collie Bud. I think it's C-A-double-L, not Collie Buds as the artist, the other artists that we know, the international artists, but his son. If you'll see some of his interviews on YouTube, he's with his son as well, especially the one at VP Store, right? He go listen to that whole thing, man. I tell you, this whole weekend, especially with the clash of Bounty and Beanie Man, it's just like surrounded by Bobby Digital in my head. Even though he produced for Bounty as well. I think Bounty's first hit, if I'm not wrong, all right, but one of his first hits, or one of the hits that he made. All right, tune in to me on Sunday, this coming Sunday. I'm trying to do this every Sunday, but we trying to work with the schedule here, right? So on Unity FM Global, all right, check me out. I'll be giving a tribute, although I do this whole 2-hour segment based on St. Lucian vibes and promoting St. Lucian culture, but I also want to take a chunk of that period of time that I'm on the radio to just give a tribute to Bobby Digital, the late Bobby Digital. And like I said, disclaimer, I'm not the one who written all the information. I just did research on my end, because I used to do research on dancehall artists. How you grow up, you just want to do research and find out who sing what, who produced what, who was behind it, what was in their head, or what was their growing up like, just to get a sense of who they are. You feel me? So like I said, Sunday I'm going to do this pretty much around 5 o'clock, 5 or 6 o'clock Sunday. So make sure you tune in Unity FM Global on the TuneIn app. You can also tune into maybe YouTube. I might be live on there, or follow me on Instagram at DJ Panaras. All right. So give a big thanks to you guys for taking the time out to listen to my version of the tribute to Bobby Digital, and I hope y'all stay cool, stay peaceful. All right, we're in this virus epidemic, so Love, peace, harmony.